1 year ago today, this skinny kid thought enough was enough and it was time to get himself in the gym. Fast forward into the year, I'm 19 years old and I'm here to tell you about my story. Putting on noticeable size and overall feeling a lot better. Now I'm going to be breaking up this video in 4 different phases over this past year of the journey which it has took to be in a comfortable position with my own body. Habit is so key. Sticking to a routine you set yourself. I'm not saying you have to pre-plan months and months of training. Being in that environment, around the weights, around the machines, around the people, making a routine of it after work, after college, before college, and so on and so on. It's just making that habit. As people especially, we do find it hard to stick to habits. So that's why breaking the ice with learning anything new is so hard. I was weighing at 55 kg on my first gym session, and I dragged myself there just to be with my mates really. We all started going as a little group. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was shit scared. I'm telling you, I was literally so nervous, man. I remember the first time being in there, just everything overwhelms you. And yeah, I've always been very, very skinny. So being in there was disgusting, man. It came to a point where, like, as I continued going and going home and doing research and watching YouTubers and videos, I realised that it was all about consistency. Again, that's like the main key phrase. The main key phrase is consistency. I'm telling you, like, all of these people, all of these big people were saying consistency is key. Just keep on doing it. It's all about trusting the process. And yes, I was very angry as well, mainly because I was always very skinny in school, and that anxiety with my body was just always there, and it angered me. So yeah, it's all about constructing that habit really. Phase 2 was learning, and I learnt a lot about what I wanted to do, which was get bigger. So for that, you need to be in a calorie surplus. I saw that as just eat loads of shit. I'm not joking, I'm a very fussy eater, and I just saw it as I need to just cram everything down me. Looking on the back of packs of everything I was buying after a gym session, making sure I had a lot of calories in, a lot of protein in, and that was it really. Like weighing 55 kg, like all I had to do was eat, and I was gaining weight every day. Boom, before I know it, I'm 60 kg, and it's time's flying by, and that's when people start to notice your progress, and that really does kick you up the ass. That makes you want to keep on going. For me anyway, like when people would say a certain thing about your body, it was kind of rich, because before it was always quite take the piss and negative, and it flipped from that to positivity and surprise, and it shocked a lot of people who I know, which I just loved, and it made me want to do it more. That was probably the angle talking as well, because I'm still pretty pissed off by it. A lot of other people on the internet who have got bigger or had body transformations say the same. Like once you get that first bit of like feedback and positivity, you just want to keep on going. So it's a running theme with most people. Anyway, going into the summer, I absolutely loved it. Probably because I had not really much anxiety about my body. Obviously there's pros and cons, which I mean, I needed so much time for that, but I could have my top off, and I felt fucking wicked. It was a lot more up for like festivals, beach parties and stuff. Like it was really cool. And this was all as well with a balance of going out and drinking, going to the pub. I honestly, like, this was such a balance adding gym to my life. So this wasn't me like quitting everything bad at all. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'll be the first to put my hand up. I do love a good time out, and like, you need balance, otherwise you're not gonna have fun. My phase 3 was reflecting on what I have done so far and maybe the next step forward. With size, you find as well, you want more. Your brain just wants more. It can continue into a little bit of like body dysmorphia, but you need to control that level. Anyway, I reflected on what I needed to achieve, which was adding more mass to my weight. Instead of going for your usual 12 reps with a weight, I would go to 8. I would just try and lift heavier and push through the pain, which worked. I got heavier. Before I knew it, I was like 70 kg, I think around August. You know, even on the shit days where you don't feel like doing it, it just taking your mind to when you're doing that last rep and the anger which just bursts out your head. You got your deep tunes on, like life is just at its peak then. Taking your mind to that whole new level, it makes you want to do so much more even outside of the gym. It makes like a lot of aspects in your life a lot better. This time last year, a lot of the time I was just pretty miserable. I wasn't very motivated. Keep an active, man. Like, it's a must. Some days with a diet were better. Like, some days I was eating less, some days I was eating more. Some days I'd be hungover, so I wouldn't eat a lot. So it really does, you do have to like keep track of it. A lot of the stuff outside of the gym and outside of work I did was just a lot better, man. Like, I enjoyed it a lot more. I felt a lot more confident in myself. I've been to a lot more social events as well. I just feel a lot better. I feel more able to communicate with people. I feel more switched on. Honestly, just sticking to that gym routine has just improved pretty much every aspect of it in my life. And now here, phase 4, where I'm reflecting on the past year. Now, I think phase 4 is making content out of it, so I can elaborate on this video a lot more in a lot more detail if you would like me to. We're currently weighing at 73 kg. This was my BMI before, which suggests that I'm underweight. It's unhealthy. I legit was unhealthy, and now here is my BMI with 21.6, which suggests I'm at a healthy weight, and I'm actually in between the green, which is good, because it's the NHS website, and if it wasn't good, I'd be worried. One very major thing as well was learning off other people in the gym. Honestly, it's okay to like look at what other people are doing. When you're first doing your exercises, if it's the pec fly, if it's like the bench press or whatnot, like, you're not going to do it perfect. Just watch people. There's TikToks, there's YouTube videos. You can watch people in the gym, you can ask them. And I can finally say I'm a lot more happier with my body. Looking back on the kid who was too afraid to take his top off, getting changed for pee, like, if it wasn't for them little moments of just kind of anger and feeling a little bit shit, then I probably wouldn't have like gone through this kind of transformation. So I'm kind of like grateful for that in a sense. I was probably one of the skinniest kids in my year, so it's kind of cool to, you could say, have a little bit of a glow up. And yes, thank you very much for listening to this. If it's been helpful, please leave a review and let me know any of your stories you've been through. There's a lot more to come. I'm excited, and yeah, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.